Alright you guys, jumping right into it. As you can see, I'm applying my cap. I'm going to be doing the ball cap method for this unit today. It's super important that you do cut your ear tabs out before you put any type of glue or try to actually set your cap down. I have noticed that this actually prevents you having any lifting next to your ears. For glue, I did pick up this generic brand of glue from my beauty supply store. They were sold out of bowl hold and all that other name brand stuff, and I couldn't find my personal bowl hold that I have at home. So I'm using this generic glue, and I must say that it was very surprising. It dried very quickly, and it was just very easy to work with as well. Using a popsicle stick, you can find these of course anywhere. I'm just going to go ahead and spread out my glue. You don't want your glue to be thick in any places. You want it to be a nice even and thin layer so that it does dry evenly. I'm taking my Conair blow dryer, and I have this on the highest setting, and I'm holding down the cool button so that way I can quickly and speed up this process of the glue drying. As you can see, this is in real time, so the glue is already starting to dry just that quick. Over top of that, I'm going to be spraying some Got2b Freeze Blast just to keep my hair and everything behind my actual hairline nice and sealed and laid down to prevent any lifting. Don't mind the drips there. They are going to dry clear, so that way you can clearly see where the glue line is, so you know where to cut. I'm also adding a little bit extra glue on the sides. I don't like applying the Freeze Blast that close to my ears because it does get really cakey and it starts to irritate my skin. So I'm applying the glue onto the ball cap instead. Taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the color medium beige, I'm applying a ton of this to the back of my hands, and I'm taking this small stippling brush and I'm going to be applying that onto the cap. I started using the stippling brush at first just to build it up next to the hairline so that it really does give a scalp-like effect really close to where the lace will be on my forehead. Now I'm going in with a fluffier and more like a flat foundation brush to push that concealer back and blend it further onto the cap. Going on with my scissors, I'm going to be cutting off this excess cap, and I'm using eyebrow scissors. These are from Forever 21. They are very, very sharp. I've had them for like a year now, and I specifically use them for my eyebrows, so I rarely use them, so they're still super sharp. And here I'm just cutting around my hairline. As you can see, I have a lower hairline, especially on the sides where my edges come out, so I do have to make sure I keep everything in place. I don't want to lose no baby hair, sweetie. To make sure that our cap is super melted and our wig is really laid, I'm going to be going over the edges of the cap that are lifting with some glue, and I'm just applying that on the back of a popsicle stick, and I'm just going to be smoothing that down, mostly placing it onto the cap and not so much onto my skin because I haven't made my mark of where I'm going to lay my lace yet, so you just really want to get that down and flat. I'm going to quickly dry that with my blow dryer on high cool and just get that in place. Now I'm going to be trying on the wig, getting it fitted to my head. One thing I will say about this unit, it is from Tinashe Hair. I did get the 13x6 body wave 20-inch wig, and I did get in a cap size small. If you guys remember in my last hair video, I got a cap size small, and it actually wasn't that small, but this one actually fits my head really well. So I was really surprised and impressed. I did put the adjustable straps as tight as they could go, and I must say the cap overall fits perfectly. Taking some mousse, and I'm going to be smoothing back any of the excess hairs or baby hairs. As you can see, this hair is damp, so you know most of it is going to be back, but I did have a few flyaways. I'm going back in with my glue, and I'm going to be applying my glue in 3 sections. As I mentioned before, I do have a lower hairline, so my wig does have to come down a little further just to hide my baby hairs on the side. So I am going to start by going around my baby hair slightly and then also across my forehead. And I'm going to be doing 3 layers of this. I'm going to go ahead and pull the front of my lace down and position that. This part is also in real time, so you guys can kind of see how I'm getting it to fit. So I start like literally with the center of my forehead, and then I kind of like work my way side to side, smoothing it down. I do go in with the comb, but as of right now, I just want to make sure that, you know, it's in the position that I want it to be before I actually get it set in place. I'm just going to repeat the same process on both sides of my head. And a little note for when I'm applying to the sides, I like to get a lot of it onto the cap because I do notice that the ear tab's usually the first and the cap comes with it. So I really want to make sure that it's actually going to be set and staying in place on the sides. And don't forget, you guys, I am still applying 3 layers of glue on both sides of my head. You definitely want to apply at least more than 1 layer of glue if you want your unit to last from 1 week to 3 weeks. So, you know, it just depends on how much glue you want to apply. Now I'm going in with this elastic wig band. I actually found this at the 99-cent store and it is huge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay this down over my edges and my hairline and where we applied that glue. And then I'm just going to make sure that it is nice and secure and in position. To actually make this tighter, I am gonna go in with a scrunchie, and as you can see here, I'm pulling the band as tight as I can, and to where it at least is comfortable, and then I'm gonna be using a scrunchie to tie it off. Now that our wig is all laid, I'm going to be cutting out my ears. So here I am sectioning off the hair. I did put it in the middle part just to kind of make it a little easier for myself. And I am going to be going in and pulling out pieces of the hair, making sure that I'm not getting anything that is actually sewn to the cap. You only want to cut off the parts of the hair that are attached to the lace. So I'm gonna be going in back with my scissors and just gonna cut all the way up and around where my ear is, and then I'm gonna pull my ear out after that. Now we're gonna work on actually cutting out the rest of the lace and doing our hairline. So I do start off by making 3 large sections, and then I'm going to go ahead in the middle and cut directly up into my part. So I'm gonna follow where my middle part is, and then I'm just going to start working my way towards that. And then you'll see me start to move from the side, just so that way I can get nice and close to my hairline. And I'm also gonna be pulling back the lace a little bit as well, because I did place my glue just a little bit too far. So I'm gonna be cutting off all of that excess lace, and I'm doing zigzag motions as well, which helps give more of a scalp-like effect. You definitely want to take your time here and, just kind of follow your own natural hairline and the glue pattern that we placed down. Like, all of that stuff will definitely help you. Going back in with my glue, I'm just going to be touching up any places where I need a little extra love and secure those pieces down. So this is what the hairline is giving. I like this lace, honestly. It's impressed me. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing a little plucking. This is just a short clip of me initially plucking, just so you guys can kind of get an idea. I did go back in off camera and like OD, like I was plucking crazy in my mirror, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I like section off the hair. And plucking is pretty much something you gotta practice. I kind of can't give you all the tea on plucking. You gotta actually sit there and do it and make mistakes, unfortunately. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look. I am loving this hair. Let me just zoom in a little bit. You guys see this hair? First of all, what lace? What lace? Also, the baby hairs on this is, well, I didn't put any actual baby hairs, but I was plucking a lot, and I feel like the hairline is amazing. When it comes, you know, out the package, it is still pretty nice, but I just feel like, you know, I need to give arrogance hay. Arrogant Yosh. That's me. Period. But yes, I'm loving this hair. This hair is really soft. It is silky. It is just so pretty. I'm gonna just stand up so you guys can see how long it is. I actually did trim the ends, so I noticed that the ends were looking a little bit thin, so I did trim them, and the hair is just gorgeous. Like, it is just so pretty to me. Like, I am just loving it. I'm so obsessed. And yeah, I hope you guys really did enjoy that video on how I install my wigs. It was my first time actually recording it, and I must say it came out, this wig came out a lot better than other wigs that I have installed myself. So I definitely think that, you know, I did my thing. Okay, if you guys want to know more information on the colors that I used for this, you know, for this wig to get it this color, I will link everything down in the description box. In addition, any questions that you guys have, please make sure that you leave them in the comment section down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next one.